Whole squad on that rhythm, we don't play around. Lock me up and throw away the key like Malcolm X. Rhythm gang flex. Rhythm squad. Rhythm gang motherfucker.
Hello, welcome to Squad Talk Season 3, Episode 1 with our girl Zinnia.
Ciao.
Over here we got Andrew, a.k.a. Huncho, a.k.a. half of 48, also 24. I'm the other half of 48, not really 24 though. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to talk with us today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime I can get a chance to talk with people in the scene that, you know, there's not music blasting over our ears or voices.
Right.
Actually have a conversation about the important things or just the rather interesting things and things of matter that, yeah, I'm going to jump on that opportunity. So thank y'all for reaching out to me.
Oh, of course. Can you tell us about ZINNIA, about your name and how that came about?
Yeah, so a lot of people, a lot of people probably assume it's Zinna, Xenon. I've been called Zinnia, all this. I'm like, all of it. It's whatever you want it to be, you know? But I got Zinnia because I am an astrophysics, astronomy, quantum, anything,
Whoa.
you know, interesting in that realm, like a enthusiast. So
Nice.
much so that it's like tied for my love with music. And so, I have an astronaut on my arm. Like, I have a telescope collection. The coolest thing about me. So the Zinnia thing came about because I would get news alerts from NASA's Space News every night at 1 a.m. And I found out on January 16th of 2017, Scott Kelly grew the zinnia flower on the International Space Station.
Huh.
So it defied odds against gravity, and they were like able to bring this bitchin' flower to existence. And it was just a massive like milestone for all of, you know, trying to grow any sort of vegetation or any sort of life or stuff like that out down yonder outside of Earth. So it was very symbolic of, and it sounded cool. Didn't like, you know, didn't symbolize anything other than just positive things. And it's,
Right.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the end of the story. But
Yeah.
So, how long have you been working with or for Ham?
so I actually am. I've been working with Ham since prior to my 2018. So I was booked by Ham, and then after that show, after I'd put out content, I was reached out by Baked Up. So that was whenever I started working with Baked Up a couple years ago or so. And then I ended up really vibing with Baked Up and working with them, and then started working with Ham a lot more as well. I really am not tied to any brand or collective or anything. I just, you know, as a female in the scene, I hate to go there, but like, I was very particular with how I obviously carry myself in the scene, and
Right.
I got to show that I can hang with boys, you know. Don't make it easy. That I was, you know, I know better than to get involved in the scene. Like we're all
Up there.
we got a few screws loose out here.
Right.
And I met Austin, and we were both in a relationship at the time, and we just both were very respectful of each other's careers and brands of, you know, what we built on our own. That I had reached a point in my career where I was like, I don't really give a bleep, you know, what people think. Cause like anybody that knows him and I, like, they know we're good together, we jive, and we just celebrate each other's just careers and progress. And so it just goes hand in hand, because I'm always, I live with the motherfuckers. So, we always have all of the Ham crew over here. We have Chili, Dustin.
Oh yeah, party time.
Yeah.
Wake up, don't worry.
Your 3:20 o'clock alarm to wake up.
Sometimes Yeah.
That's funny.
I sleep
She said I sleep good.
it's not up to me though. It's up to the alcohol intake.
Facts.
Okay, never mind. Anyway, back to the story.
On the night before.
I love the whole Ham team and like their sense of community and involvement, and like, as I always tell people, like, I and me and my friends, we're not the cool kids. If you want to be with the cool kids and come hang out with the cool kids and flex and VIP and stuff,
Yeah.
probably not gonna be your cup of tea. And like, hey, if that's you, do your thing. I'm all for it. I am all for, you know, going out for a night on the town and looking cool and just going out. But I know that it's way more fun to just not give a shit about what you look like and just have fun, because
and be you.
Yeah.
and that's what I loved about the Ham team. So I actually I worked with them. They were really honestly a massive help, because they were the only Dallas Connect I really had at the time when I was working with Baked Up in Austin. And so as I was looking to start branching out with different promo companies and start working with different people, I started growing away with Baked Up, and now here we are, and I'm totally independent, have no idea what the I'm doing at all.
Hey, that's okay.
I am really trying to just learn how to balance the pressure of, you know, you have to hold space for conversations that are important like this.
Right.
Space for responding to people that really, but it's tricky, because you have to, you know that you're not wasting your energy away on people. And I'm an introvert, and I'm a musician, I'm a creator, I am a dweeb, and I belong in my bedroom. But I have some cool music that I can't just like not play for y'all, you know. So I'm so sorry. I'm just like word vomiting, but
I want that music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that music,
What's that? Sing
man.
it.
I'm
He said, "Send me some
going
ideas."
on my 10th year of my first day of getting audio. And okay, so I got my first paycheck at 15 and drove my dad and I to Best Buy and was like, I'm buying this. And it was Sony Acid Music software. And it was $40. It was my first, you know, I put it in my Dell computer and I looked at it and I was like, fuck this. I don't know if I'm like gonna get y'all flagged for cussing or not.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I'm trying very hard not to. It's my focus right now. Don't sailor, you know, don't cuss.
You're good.
But I forgot what we were talking about.
You the Sony?
Oh yes, and so I started fiddling. I'm like the least musically inclined of all my siblings, so they didn't do shit with their talent. So I'm like, y'all leave it up to me. You guys get whoops. So I've just been fiddling. I've been fascinated with how sound production works, how audio engineering works, how mastering sound. You know, just all the cinematic stuff, things that make you feel, things that move you, and it's a very intimidating scene. There are so many talented motherfuckers here in this scene that learning to balance inspiration and intimidation has been the most brutal, ruthless lesson in like experience. But I think I'm finally getting it to where I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and I feel like having a community like Ham or Rhythm Squad, even like it makes it better, especially like DJ wise. Like there's, like you just said, there's a lot of fucking talented motherfuckers here, and having a community that helps each other is awesome.
There's never enough. There's never enough talent, but yeah, man, I'd say there's always enough room under the spotlight for anyone that deserves it. It's always so goofy to me when people treat it like a competition. Like, I do get if you want to grind and get to the top and do your thing and you have a mission, but like, it's a different realm. It's a different energy for me. So, what about y'all? How are y'all? What's going on with you?
We're good. We're played
great.
a show last night.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, at the yard.
Yeah.
Success?
It was okay.
It was interesting.
It was good. The set was okay. There was just the Dean. We never played on a Deanin before. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, first decks. Okay, so Oh, my first show. Y'all know Thomas Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the biggest asshole I've ever met in my life. He's my best friend. He is the first person to ever really bring me out to play dubstep or bass show. Because I would do some open format stuff here and there out in Denton, and like I do like, you know, I would do stuff with Mike Z and like go down to Austin and do small gigs here and there for open format stuff. But Thomas and I actually, when he found out that I was up really late on Twitter one night talking about lucid dreaming, and so was his ass. So we started talking, went and met for a beer, and he's like, "What the fuck, you DJ? What music?" And I showed him. He's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And so he's like, "Okay, well, come on as a special guest." And so Grindfest actually a few years ago, and I made him stay the night with me the night before. We stayed up all night practicing. I was so nervous. And I remember we stayed at my mom's theater house. I wasn't even living in my own place at the time. And he went home at 7 a.m., drove all the way from Argyle back to Dallas, and met me at the show that night. I get up there. I have no idea what I'm looking at. There's no light outside for the decks to be seen. The headphones had just broken, and the monitor was out. And so,
oh my gosh,
I'm blind. If y'all haven't noticed, I can't, without my glasses on, but they don't have the anti-glare, so it kind of ruins pictures. So it trips me out when I'm playing. But it was dark. Thomas and I couldn't find we had to keep running it back on the jog wheel because we couldn't find the fucking tracks.
Oh my god.
It was a mess. And we get off that stage and Thomas goes, "You fucking suck." I go, true. Shots. Like,
oh my god.
But it's just it showed me like you have to you can't just get a spot. You can't just, people have worked, like Thomas at the time had worked for his slot, has worked for his brand, has worked for all this stuff, and like the underground is sort of in a way I feel like lost its sense of embracing how it's way more fun as a family. It's way more fun down here in the underground whenever we're all like, what the fuck, like this is dope. Seeing someone be successful, like
right, exactly. And,
I think it's important that people like you guys and Ham and stuff, like, it can get political. It can get I'm so out of the loop. I cannot express to you guys how I'm working on growing out of that, because it's starting to just sound really unprofessional.
Right.
Like I'm out of the loop, but I really have been out of the fucking loop. And this is my kickstart. Y'all have inspired me to start.
That's good then.
Reaching out to people that matter in the scene, because y'all do. So,
oh yeah.
Y'all are doing massive shit. So
Thank
I want to
you.
know what's up.
I appreciate that. We appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
But music, yeah, devastating news about my laptop sitting in a box of rice that I've.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
And that was 14 hours after I just ruined my brand new Scarlett interface.
Oh man.
What happened? What'd you do? You got mad?
The first time I spilled an entire Dickies cup of beverage
Oof.
on it, in it, around it, went to grab it, and it fell inside of it almost, basically.
Ooh,
First
yeah.
moment. It was pretty sad. It still was in a 60-day, which is still kind of even more sad. But... So whenever I get that shit fixed, suddenly I have a fire lit under my ass, or whatever you say.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
make music?
We don't produce yet.
We're trying.
Yeah, I like that.
We're trying to.
We're getting into the
Have you been pushed to do more FL or Ableton? Which one have you guys been recommended?
Ableton.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll tell you though, producers that have found their flow on FL before doing anything with Ableton, when they find their flow, they just pump out tracks. They just have this. It's just it must be the way that it's set up, or just the templates of everything. I don't know, but
like they're able to move.
Yeah, I feel like more people say that FL is easier.
It's just the standard for this industry standard or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm sorry about having to get on this call late.
you're
What
good.
time is it exactly? How much time do I have with you guys?
About 30 minutes.
Let's go. I'm gonna pass the talking stick to y'all.
Pass the talking stick. So have you always been ZINNIA?
Yeah. Well, my name's Brooke, but then I became like ZINNIA. My mom gave me my first name, and then I came up with my second name, ZINNIA. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Don't know why that was such a long answer. I have thought of other aliases and
then?
I've thought of different names here and there, but ZINNIA is it just fits.
Like, have you thought about switching?
Absolutely. I have a couple side projects that have a lot more traction in the production. So my whole ZINNIA brand or persona, Project ZINNIA, I feel like I had established her. I was 19 years old, so that's 5 years ago. Holy fuck. What the hell is going on? And I've learned a lot. I'm a very sensitive being, so I've had my feelings hurt a lot.
Yeah.
And I've learned things the hard way because I don't ask enough questions, or didn't ask questions the first
Go around.
up until 2 years ago, really. Because I was afraid of looking like I didn't know what I was doing, really.
Yeah.
Right.
And the only thing I can suggest is if you ever fear looking like you're asking too many questions or don't know what you're doing because you're asking questions, just hang out with someone who is an amateur at whatever you're doing. And I don't know. Okay, so let me give you an example. So we have a new photographer, Zach, that we've been Zach on him. So he's the shit. I met him through a friend in Denver, brought him out, and he is so fascinated with everything that Chili and all these other photographers, what they know, that he asks questions it's like he's Googling them. And it's so inspiring to listen to them. And I see Chili talking to him and realizing as Chili's talking, he's like, whoa, I actually kind of know a lot of shit.
Right.
I was trying to show, so it's asking questions. I wish if I could give anyone that hasn't begun producing yet any advice, it would be ask the motherfucking questions.
Right.
Google the shit, take the lessons, do what you got to do, because it's way easier on the mental. And Project ZINNIA definitely had a lot of mental boxes in, and homegirl's been through a lot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to gain confidence to be hey guys, listen to my shit, it's worth your time, listen to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and putting yourself out there.
Yeah, I'm sick of not fucking having my sick of my shit, guys. Send
it out.
Go ahead.
Send it out.
So I've thought about side projects, and I've dabbled with the idea of some anonymous, why not? It's part of there's a whole realm of that, and it's fun to be anonymous. But
yeah.
Right.
Man, have y'all ever met or worked with Serotonin?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've met her once.
Yeah.
Was the first DJ that I ever went back to back with, and she was the one who gave me the opportunity to be able to step back and realize I should be enjoying myself on the stage.
Yeah.
Right.
I had a moment, because I'd always be so just stiff and worried about the way that I looked, but how professional I looked, how composed I was, how much I knew I looked like I was doing, that, I didn't just turn knobs, I just would freeze. I have stage fright, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that.
Working with Sarah definitely gifted me that. That was one of the greatest things of working with her, was being
That's
able
awesome.
to, damn, this is fun as fuck, actually. Why am I so stiff right now? Confidence is crucial, and being identified with an entire persona. I don't know, maybe it's just the artist in me. We're all divas.
Right.
We're all
Facts.
melodramatic.
Big facts. Big egos.
Not egos.
Nah,
just
big egos.
melodramatic. It's good sometimes for artists, because you need a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Now,
Yeah.
ego doesn't necessarily mean you can it's not douchebag.
Yeah.
Right.
But I say, actually, I'm not gonna say it.
Dot. The dot that never was. So, would you say a certain artist or a couple artists has had a certain influence on what you like or how you write music?
Almost too many. Every song playing is my favorite song. So I have definitely some particular influences. For DJing purposes, RJD2, the OG, that was my first DJ I ever saw live. My mom took me to see, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
I want to know how to do that.
Which my mom took me to.
Right?
Shows.
Smooth hip hop vibe, just really. I mean, I don't think there's anything nicer on the ears than like some windows down West Coast vibed, RJD2 old school shit. So that definitely has affected my start of my sound. When I started out, I would make beats for like SoundCloud loop beats. Everyone has someone in their hometown that wants to be a rapper. Everyone can make. So at 15 to like 18 to 19, I would sell like $20 like SoundCloud like loop
nice.
beats.
Yeah.
Why not? Just quick cash.
That's cool.
That's dope.
And so that's where I kind of got to embrace that, but it never really felt fulfilling. It never really. It was fun. I loved figuring out how to make that low end.
Yeah.
Good.
Right.
But, I didn't really feel fulfilling. I didn't really feel like I was doing something that was like what my purpose was called. Not to get too deep.
Right.
But, 19, 20 is when you start to discover your whole spiritual, like how deep you want to be as an individual and how much you want to exist and have meaning in the world.
Right, exactly.
And, I'm going to reel it back into, I discovered some Seven Lions back with his first, like successfully, I don't know, it's the one that really everybody in this era of music started like listening to him with, which was his December album, I believe, or EP release back in 2014. And my whole life I avoided sad songs because when I'm sad, I don't want to listen to shit that's gonna make me even sadder.
Right.
Like, people are weird.
You're gonna make me cry even more.
Yeah.
I get it. That's weird. I just take a nap. Just take a nap.
Right?
So I heard Seven Lions and it was a sad song, but it was Ellie Goulding's voice on it. And I love Ellie Goulding like no other. Like I think it's one of Austin's only threats. No. And so I listened to it all the way through and it started out feeling pretty motherfucking sad. And so I was on LA, and Seven Lions' ability to make you feel moved and feel emotion with all of them. And even the bad ones or the sad ones that are lesser than a negative.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't leave me feeling sad. I felt empowered. And I was like, holy shit, I felt something that also allowed me to feel sad or embrace feeling sad, but didn't leave me feeling that way. It actually left me feeling empowered. And I was like, I feel like I was listening to Hillsong United. Jesus, Lord.
I love that band.
But it is very similar chord progressions. It is very similar styles to that build. But I heard that and I was like, this is some shit I want people to feel moved and empowered and also like able to bounce their head.
Right.
COVID. Just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't do that. We've already been past that.
Yeah.
Let's keep this short really quick. I'll give you a few others. I fuck with man. Caspa.
Casper.
Yeah.
Caspa Resco, that old school dub sub bass, the like, you know, the proper rhythm
Right.
these has. That shit is I love the bounce.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
more bouncy.
that's
Right.
dead synths, the Flex Pavilion synths. These are just very mainstreamy artists that have totally. I mean, they're not just mainstream artists. They're very
Right.
incredible musicians and artists and creatives
Yeah.
who have shaped the industry. But all of those festival trap era vibes and all that, I
Right.
was balls deep in that. I loved it all. I'll eat it up still. Um, I love anything that can bring a crowd of people. Like musicians and artists and performers tend to overlook the fact that they are having like they have the most powerful position in the world. You're able to get a group or a mass of people together from different political backgrounds, upbringings, incomes right now, like to just shut the fuck up and listen to the same sound at the same time and
Yeah.
vibe.
Right.
There's no other place like that in the world other than
Right.
church. Like, and
Right.
even then, it's pretty much a narrow.
Yes.
Thanks.
So diverse in that, and so it's beautiful to know that you're like being that release or being whatever it is that people need to feel. And also, even if it's just fun, like
Yeah.
like let's go kick each other in the throat. I'll see
Yeah.
you as a bit.
Right.
Like, of course, like, but I think it's just important to feel something. It's important to, you know, just impact, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
So anybody that can do that, that's who I like.
It's a good quality.
What about y'all? Who do y'all think would inspire some of y'all sounds that you're thinking of creating?
Ooh.
Tough
That's
question.
good,
Yeah, I don't know because we're not creating anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you artists
Well,
that
I know you
we
guys have
fuck with.
ideas in your heads. You're like, oh shit.
For me, it's I really love Subtronics, and I love what he does and his sound design and everything.
Dubstep.
Yes.
The best way I can put
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
Crazy.
He
Insane.
He's on another level. Yeah.
It's pretty offensive, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
fucked up at this point.
Yeah.
It's to the point where it's like,
He's just playing
why?
with us, like.
Probably call his mom.
Yeah.
I like autocorrect a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all, okay. Are y'all from Dallas?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys, I think I could probably say, have single-handedly made Dallas known as Rhythm. Like, I know that the push, like, you guys have been able to provide a community for people online even that loved Rhythm to just be like, fuck yeah. Because Rhythm folk are the most passionate, incredibly, like, they are my people. I am one of.
Right.
Yeah.
You have, like, you know, like, just if I were to speak about them and us in the scene and all of the gremlins, like my fellow gremlins, like it's just, there's nothing pretty about the scene except for what it does.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
it's not pretty when you're walking in, but let me tell you, doesn't fucking matter because it's fun.
Facts. Facts. At the end of the day.
So I was asking because autocorrect. So with this, how many years ago did y'all establish Rhythm Squad?
2018. So 3.
Third year, coming in hot. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Really, like everyone from Houston that I've ever really talked with, and as far as DJing goes in Austin and San Antonio, they know Dallas likes their rhythm.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
So
Love it.
It's awesome.
yeah, there's a lot of us. There really is, and so
Yeah.
thank you guys for again.
Of course. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you
you.
and Ham for all the stuff that y'all do, the safe
Yes.
shows. It's been awesome. Even playing for
I
Ham.
mean,
Yes.
as far as COVID stuff goes, man, yeah, it's really all. I mean, how do y'all feel about it? Like, this is not a trick question by any means, just human to human. Like, it's exhausting lately.
Yeah, it's a
For
lot.
sure. For
Oh
It's a
my
sure.
lot, and there's a lot of
That
great
was not
areas.
think it's the big focus, if I could say anything about the circumstances, is as people who have platforms in the tightest knit of the community, just to keep in mind that social media can exist as a place for you to give your opinion without pushing persuasion.
Right.
Does that make sense? So like, I can go onto an app, or I can go onto these sites and know that people are going to be opinionated, but it's not like necessary that I perceive it as persuasion. Like, I don't need to perceive that as I'm trying to like, I only
Right, that they're trying to tell you, hey, this is what you need to believe.
And like, if I choose that that's not the case, then motherfucker, that's not the case.
That's not the case, right? Facts.
So if we could just, as people with platforms, remind ourselves, like, we are allowed to be opinionated, just also ensure that the more you try to persuade people, the bigger of a responsibility you're going to have.
Right.
And people are going to look to that, and they're going to listen, because what the fuck else are we going to do right now?
Right.
So, just to allow people to be opinionated. We're all hypocrites right now. The human species is next to the whole species, dude. Like, we're all a bunch of, we got through it. We got through 2020, but you know, it's
for sure.
You gotta look out for each other, and if someone's doing some fuck shit, call their mama.
Yep. Reach out.
You reach out for real. It's it's that fine line on what you can say. Just remember, people are gonna be opinionated. So
yeah.
So what's your take on drive-ins right now?
I fucked with how early it ended, because then I went home and was able to still party. Great. I was like, I don't know if this is because I'm getting old and enjoying this.
Yeah.
Or if I really enjoyed coming home at a decent hour and partying with my friends at my house and going to bed before 7 a.m.
Right.
But I think it's my preferred, like, that is the safest experience I've experienced yet. No.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of state and city regulations and like licenses you need and all of that, and that's obviously probably why it's the safest, most consistent. But I think outdoors would be the second, and then indoors.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's just how considerate you're going to be of the fact that some people expect you to have a mask on. If you don't pick up on that energy, you're going to be asked to leave, because it's just, be considerate, dude. Motherfucker, nobody wants to wear a mask.
Exactly.
Except for probably, well, DJs before COVID.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Half of us really did.
The whole EDM community literally all wore masks. Why are any of us talking about this?
Exactly. It's like, now y'all don't want to wear masks?
People, dude. It's probably me. It was probably me.
Let me go back on Twitter.
Don't at me. Don't at me.
Let me search the history.
I'm making fun of myself. I have to beat y'all to the punch, you know? So I think drive-ins. So yeah, drive-ins are the shit. I am super thankful that people like Disco Donnie and bigger companies have been able to provide that release, because that's the closest shit we're gonna get to a festival vibe. That's the closest we got all year.
Yeah, for real.
I'm crying.
It's okay, I'll cry with you.
Well, what do y'all have coming up for the next couple months? Do y'all have anything that you have to look forward to? That not like, don't spill the beans. I saw y'all's facial expressions. You're like,
I was just thinking. We have Bass Station coming up in March at the Green Elephant.
Dude, fuck yeah. That, I saw that shit. That is, so you guys have Blaze coming up, right, from San Antonio?
Yeah.
Austin's I can't figure him out yet. Every time I look at him, I'm like, I still don't get you yet. I don't know why I want to hate you. I don't know why you want to hate me. But what's up, man? I love all those San Antonio motherfuckers. They're riots.
Yeah, there's gonna be a big group of them coming down.
Yeah.
I've never played in a city that parties later than San Antonio. You have to physically
Yeah.
push people out of the bar every
Oh
time.
my
I've ever.
gosh,
Yeah.
that's
It's
crazy.
great because it's like they actually are full committed to being
Exactly.
shitty.
Right? So, before we close up, do you have any DJs that we should be on the lookout for, or don't get enough
yeah.
recognition that they should?
Oh man, honestly, if I could say anything to the people that are listening, which will eventually be my mom and y'all's people, of course,
Yes.
I would say to check out the flyers of the past since probably October to now, between y'all, between the things you've been associated with and working with, between us and all the other DFW EDM, communities. Just check out the flyers because a lot of local talent has been booked that is, ooh. Like, what the fuck? And I'm like, getting mixing up like,
Oh my god.
who are you? Like, not
I'm
really.
dead.
I know who they are, but yeah, how am I supposed to follow up? Like, Mickey went, I think, before me at Open Decks one time and was just fucking. I mean, he sparked up something. He got some friction going, and I'm just sitting behind him,
Some friction.
like this. And there's a video of my friend videoing me behind the side of the stage, looking at her like,
I'm dead.
I gotta go home. I gotta leave.
Oh my god.
But I don't ever really remember that I know how to DJ until I watch a set of mine. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
I never remember what I play. I always wing it and leave my body. I'm like, great set. What'd I play, man? How was it? I think I had fun. My step count was up, but I don't know. So, local artists, I would have to say, oh my God, there's so many people.
Yeah.
Can I grab my phone really quick to
Yeah.
check?
Especially, I feel like, especially since COVID, we've had a lot of people kind of burst out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of room for something different, something new, something to
Right. Yeah.
Right.
exciting, something to look forward to. And if it's new people, then so let's see here. We have so as far as female artists go, because I feel like that's a proper way to start.
Thanks.
Because there's some bad bitches in the scene that
Mhm.
Freak Me Out crushed it when she came through for one of the shows. Mary Jane has been just catching some insanely disrespectful momentum. Like,
Jane.
she's crushing it. I saw her at Saga earlier this year, and it was her first set. And let's just say my first set compared to hers, she's already ahead of the game. Like,
Yeah.
y'all heard about my first set. And so her, I'd say there is definitely, of course, there's Serotonin, there's all of those people, but the people that Tech Savvy, that's my girl.
Tech Savvy.
Love that woman.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, she's dope. Trap queen.
I would have to say this is really bad on me. Go to who I'm following on SoundCloud, because that's usually that's definitely not where I should go. I should go to probably Instagram. Where do I know all my homies from? Where do I see all of your
Where
faces?
all my homies go?
I can't remember suddenly. Here we go. Okay, yes. Reckless Ryan crushed it last night. Holy
Yes.
fuck.
Yeah.
The most I've ever bounced around probably. I was on one last night, guys. Like, we got some. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of Mash Bit, but
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I know. Everybody in time.
I was like, is it a joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
No. He brings down the house. He's going places.
Oh
I
yeah.
told him to buckle up many moons ago.
Yes.
He actually, really quick, funny story. First time I ever met him, I was helping the ham team out at Open Decks, and I was letting people know that they could come up and check their flash drives, because like holy shit, I'm still shaking my boots when I go up there. And I'm like, I'm playing for bartenders. Why am I shaking? If I could give someone that kind of release to know that they have all their shit taken care of. If it didn't work, I had my laptop there with record box, like, let's get your track started. And so Mashmick comes up. I've never seen him before. He's like, yeah, I'm really nervous right now. Like, I've never played on these. Like, I go, oh man, like, it's cool. Like, just check your tracks. If you've DJ'd before and you are a DJ, then like, you're not gonna, like, don't psych yourself out, dog. Like, you got it. You know what you're doing. And he's like, thank you so much. Just so nervous. First time. Okay. He gets to go first, right? He ends up getting picked first. He gets up there and he's like, yo, this original track, and just starts scratching on this vinyl. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh. What the hell?
Get out of here. And he's just cracking up, like smiling, like, yeah, I trolled you for, like, kind of, I got you. Like, kind of like, yeah, girl, don't worry, I'm real nervous over here. And in his head, he's like, psh.
Yeah.
That's
wait for
funny.
this trick.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
Yeah, he's very
great.
talented.
I would also, I'm being no help on that topic, but I'm really more so, I could tell you a lot of Dallas producers that I have a lot more.
Good.
Dustin G now, on the other hand, he knows more people in Texas that have DJ, like his socials skills. God, hybrid level. Producers definitely to keep an eye out for. Let's see, definitely Prosecute. He's crushing it. He let's see here. We have Grant Curtis. Have y'all heard of Grant Curtis?
Yes.
Grant, what's good? He's the best.
Yeah, we just got off of Squad Talks with him.
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, just now.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Oh, great. The last time I was there, I sliced my foot open at his house, stepping on glass.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
It was
Bad.
all night. It was the most ratchet night probably in a while.
Yeah.
We're good though. Should have gotten stitches for sure. It took about 3 weeks to heal, but
Damn.
so we learned
That's
to
all right. Band-Aid will work.
the Uber to the care now.
It's facts.
We've got some why don't this, when we post about this, what we will have, I will make for you guys a little list of like a little playlist of SoundCloud for y'all to attach to whatever, so I can circle back to this answer and it will have all of local dope shit that I know. I mean, I have the sauce in my phone, you know?
Right.
I just don't know it. I don't know how to find it right now.
That would be
I will
so
get back to you. I'll send you
sweet.
some sort of way to let you know I do have some sort of idea what's going on.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Thanks for listening to me talk.
No, thanks.
It's been fun getting to know you and listening to you talk.
Yes.
Now that y'all can hear me, I'm pretty sure every time will say, the fuck did that bitch say? Y'all can never hear me.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, I don't know.
Exactly. That's exact. Those two reactions are there. Exactly. So thank you guys, honestly, for giving me a chance to have a conversation with you guys properly. I'm fucking excited to see what y'all have in store. I can tell. Look at y'all smiles. You know it's something good. So,
thank you so much for taking the time out of your day.
Yes.
Yeah, let me know how I can support in any way, and let's go grab a beer or something sometime. And,
Bet.
you
Let's
know,
do it.
Yeah.
Let's do
social
it.
distancing though.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Facts with
With
a
a
mask.
mask.
I got 2 extra masks, 2 masks out here.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Whole squad on that rhythm, we don't play around. Lock me up and throw away the key like Malcolm X. Rhythm gang flex.